Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve Codeforces problem VOVA and trophies. Before we start looking into these problem details, some examples and the solution and logic for this problem, I want to mention that my channel is dedicated to help people who are preparing for their Java J2 interviews and for their coding interviews. You will find a lot of helpful videos that can help you in your job interview preparation and in your coding interview preparation. You will find over 250 solved coding problems, which are coding interview questions taken from previously asked interviews by Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Yahoo, and many other big tech companies. And those constitute very important coding questions for ITs such as BFS, DFS, matrix problems, graph problems, binary search tree problems, dynamic programming related interview questions, as well as linked list and string related different coding problems. So this problem can definitely help you in your job interview preparation. So please subscribe to the channel. So let's take a look at VOVA and trophies problem statement first. So VOVA has won N trophies in different competitions. Each trophy is either golden or silver. The trophies are arranged in a row. The beauty of arrangement is the length of the longest subsegment consisting of golden trophies. VOVA wants to swap two trophies, not necessarily adjacent ones, to make the arrangement as beautiful as possible. That means to maximize the length of longest such segment, right? So longest segments consisting of golden trophies. So that's what we have to maximize. So help VOVA, tell him the maximum possible beauty of arrangement if he is allowed to do at most one swap, right? So he is allowed to do one swap. He can take one character. Basically this is a string, right? As you can see in the example, he can take one character and replace with like he can swap it with some other character, right? So let's take what input is given to us. So input contains n, which is number of trophies. So basically in computer science it is the length of the string, right? And the second line contains n characters, each of them either G or S. G stands for golden and S stands for silver. uh, right, so output is the maximum possible length of subsegment of golden trophies if VOVA is allowed to do at most one swap. So he can do at most one swap, and we have to find out the maximum segment with golden trophies, right? Which means that maximum subsegment with G's, right? G's for golden. So let's take this example on whiteboard so I can explain it more details here on the whiteboard. So this is the input that is given to us, right? So 10 is the length of the string and these are the characters. So swap means that he is allowed to do one swap, right? So for example, what does swap mean, right? So he can take this S and he can, let's say, replace with this G, right? So he can bring this G here and he can take this S here, basically, right? So this is called as swapping. So one swap is allowed for him. But we have to do so if, let's see, what, like, without swapping, what is the maximum length of G's, right? So as you can see, without swapping, this is 3, this is the length. If you consider this subsegment, this is the length of this subsegment, and if you consider this subsegment, this is the length of this subsegment, right? So maximum length is 3 without doing any swapping, right? So we have to see if we can maximize this subsegment by doing some swapping here, right? So if we can do one swapping, right, what swapping we can do is we have to choose S, right? Because S is the one that we want to replace, right? So we can get some G's here, right? So they can become again a subsegment of G's, right? This S is causing this subsegment, for example, breaks from this subsegment, right? As you can see, because of this S, these subsegments are breaking. If this S becomes G, then these subsegments will join with each other, right? So what we can do, let's first understand and then we'll go through the logic and how we can solve this problem, right? So we can take this S and we can go to the farthest G here. So farthest G is this one, right? So we can put S here and we can put this instead, this G, we will take this G here. So S will become G now, right? So now if we do that, this is a one swapping, right? So now the length of this segment that I'm highlighting this segment, the length will become 7, right? G G G G and G G G. So 3 plus 3 plus 1. So total length will become 7 in this case, right? After this swapping. Now let's take another case. So this one gave we saw this one case, right? So it gave us the length 7 of G's, right? Like subsegment with G's. So another way to do a swapping is we can take this S and we can replace this S with farthest G, right? So I can take this S here. So this G will become S in this case, right? And this S will become G now, right? Because we are doing a swapping. So if it becomes G, then as you can see, this is the length of the subsegment after we are doing the swapping, right? This is the length. So this is the subsegment. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this gives us 6, right? So 6. So we have seen both possibilities, so we will take the maximum one, right? So we will take 7. So 7 will be the correct answer for this question, right? 7 will be the correct answer, as you can see here. So maximum subsegment with G's after the swapping is 7 basically, right? So we have seen what the problem means basically from this example. Now let's go ahead and let's formulate our logic how we can solve this problem. Um, so what we have to do to solve this problem is we will first go from left to right, right? We will go from left to right, character by character, and we will form a left array. This is the left array. And what left array is doing is what we will do is whenever we see G, we will assign 1, right? So we will have a count is 0 in the beginning. When we see, we will assign it 1, right? So as you can see 1 here, right? After again we see G, so we will increment the count uh, by 1, right? So it becomes 2. Again we are seeing G, we will increment the count. 2 plus 1, it becomes 3. Now we are seeing S, right, for silver trophy. So we will reset the count to 0 here. As you can see, the count is 0 again. Again when we see G, we will increment the count by 1. So again count becomes 1 now. Again we are seeing G, count will increment by 1, count becomes 2. Again we are seeing G, count will increment by 1, count becomes 3. Now we are seeing S for silver trophy, we will reset the count to 0. Again we are seeing G, count will become 0 plus 1, which is 1. Again we are seeing G, count will become 1 plus 1, which is 2, right? So this way we will form this left array, right? And what this left array is, why we are doing this, because if we have a silver trophy, for example, this is the location, right? So 1 2 3 4, so fourth location is the silver trophy. So I am highlighting this location for you. So this is one silver trophy and this is another silver trophy, right, in the left array. So what left array tells us is, if I look at the left position, it tells me how many G's are there, right? So if I take a look at this left position, it tells me 3 G's are there on the left side, which are consecutive G's, right? Again when I look at this 0, it and left side of this 0, it tells me how many consecutive G's are there on the left side, right, for this S. So as you can see, 1 2 3 G's are there, 1 2 3 G's are there, right, of the left side, right? So that is what this array is going to help us, left array. So this is way first we will prepare the left array, right, by going from left to right. We are going now, we will do opposite way, we will go from right to left, this way basically, right? So this is the way we are going. So same thing we will do what we did for left. For whenever we see G, we have a count which is 0, we will increment by 1. So now count became 1 here. Again we are seeing G, count is 1 plus 1, it became 2. Now when we are seeing S, the count will be reset to 0. As you can see, it becomes 0. Now here count will be incremented 1 2 3, right? 1 2 3. So count will increment 1, 1 plus 1 2 plus 1 3. Again when we see S, the count will be reset to 0. Again when we see G, the count will be incremented, so 1 2 3, right? Again it will be 1 2 and 3. So this is how we will form the right array, right? So now what will the right array help us? So the right array will help us. If I put a position here on the silver trophy here, right? So this is the silver trophy. So if I'm looking at the right side, the right one, right? So it tells me how many consecutive G's are there on the right side. Here also, when I look on the right side, it will tell me how many consecutive G's are there on the right side of this S, basically, right? So as you can see, what it means is these are the consecutive G's right side of this S, right? 3, correct? So if I am choosing this silver trophy, there are 2 consecutive G's, right? So this is what it will tell us, the left and right. So right array, right? So let's remove this coloring. So we formed left and right array. So now we have to find out how much maximum subsegment of length of G's we can find out, right? We can form basically by doing one swap. So for that, what we will do is we know the position of silver trophies. This is the position of silver trophy and this is the position of silver trophy. So we will go one by one into these positions. So I will go first here. So this is the silver trophy position, right? And in the left array and in the right array, right? So we will take the left one from the left array, so it gives me 3, and I'll take the right one, it will give me 3. So basically why we are doing it, because we can form the length, right? So the total length is equal to the left, which is 3, plus the right, which is 3 plus 1, right? And why plus 1? Because we are converting this S into G basically by swapping, right? So that's how the length we can calculate. So total length for this position is 7, right? 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1 is 7. So you got it, right? So this left side 3 means there are 3 G's on the left side. Right side 3 means there are 3 G's on the right side of the S. So 3 plus 3 is 6, and we are converting this S to G. So plus 1 basically, right? So this is because of swapping, right? Because we are going to swap this S with this G basically, right? So it will cause the length to be increased by 1. So total length becomes 7, correct? For this S. So let's go ahead and take a look at the another S. So this S we saw, now we will see this S. So this S is located here in the left arrow, and in the right arrow this S is located here, right? So again we will take the left value, which is 3, right? So total length is equal to left value is 3 plus the right value is 2, right? Plus 2, which is 5 plus 1. 1 is because we are going to replace this S with G, right? Like we'll take this S and replace with this G. So it gives me total length is equal to 6, right? And where is that total length is 6? You can see it here basically. I'll just highlight. So this is the total length 6, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6, because S will become G after swapping. So we have gotten the two lengths that are possible after swapping. So I'll just remove this coloring again. So the two lengths we got is 7 is the first length, right? And the second length is 6. So we are going to take maximum of this one, right? Maximum of this one, so which is equal to 7, right? 7 is the maximum, so 7 is the answer for this one, right? 7 is the answer. So this is the logic to solve the problem. So let's just do a quick recap, and then we will take a look at the Java code. So we actually went from left to right and we formed a left array, and we went from right to left and we formed this right array as I explained you. After that we will again go with this string, and whenever we get position S, we will calculate these values of lengths, right, by using the left and right array values. Like for example, for this we will go to left value and right value for this position, right, and plus 1. So after that we will take the maximum of the all the possibility of lengths, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the Java code for this solution. So n is 10 and input is equal to the string. These are given to us. So let me just remove this. This was just debugging thing. So after that we will just convert this input string into the character array. I created one sum and max variable. Sum is 0, max is 0. Then I created a left arrow, a left array and a right array, of length n, right? Same length 10. And first thing is we went from left to right and we formed the left array here, right? So left array we are forming here, and at the same time we are also keeping track of the maximum value that we have seen basically, right? After that we are actually going from right to left and we are preparing the right array. So this left array we prepared, then right array we prepared, and after that first this max we are calculating is uh, so basically this max is equal to left max and left of I. So left of I will become the max, right? So for example, in this case the max will be 3, right? So maximum length without applying any swapping, right? So maximum length will be 3 basically, right? So max is equal to 3 here, right, in this string. So that's what we are taking it. After that we will just calculate sum also, right? And sum will be sum we are just calculating sum is number of g's basically, right? So number of g's are 8 here, 3 plus 3 plus 2, so sum is equal to 8, right? So sum we calculated total number of g's are 8. So we will take first we will just initialize the maximum value as the minimum between sum and max plus 1. So max plus 1 is equal to 4 basically, right? We are initializing that as a max value, and after that we are basically going through this string again, and whenever we find any s we will apply our logic, right? This logic whenever we find a s. So where we are finding the s, so let me just, so this is where we find the s, right? Where it is 0, right? This is the s. So we will take this 3 from left and we will take this 3 from right, right? So and plus 1 we are doing, so this is what we are doing. So left minus left of I minus 1 and right of I plus 1, right? Plus 1. So this is what we are calculating. This is the, this calculation is this calculation, right? 3 plus 3 plus 1, right? 3, this 3 plus these 3 from right side plus 1. 1 is because we are replacing this s with g, right? So 1 will be added for that. So that's what we are doing here. And then we are overriding with the max value, right? Max is without applying any swapping, right? Now we are applying the swapping basically, so max will increase, right? Without applying swapping the max value is without applying swapping, now the max value we are increased because the after swapping the length is more, right? So length is 7. So like this, and we will keep track of the max using the math.max, right? So first it is like, let's say we have values 7 and like 6 and 7, right? So it will pick up 7, which is the maximum value, right? Because math.max we are using, and we will just use max and sum, right? So sum minimum between max and sum we will print. So minimum will be 7, right? The sum is 8, so minimum we will print, so minimum is 7, that is the maximum value, right? So that is the way we can implement this logic. So let's take a look, like we are getting 7, which is the correct answer for this test case. So we just implemented this test case. We can take a look at this test case now. So GG and 4. So let's see, right? So this is GG and 4, sorry. So let me just write down, and n is equal to 4. So in this case there is no swapping, right? So in this case it will just directly take the maximum value between max and sum, right? So the max it will be left of I, right? So let's execute this. So 4 is the answer, right? Which is because there is no swapping here in this case. So maximum value and the sum, so sum will be 4 basically in this case, right? Because whenever there is a g it will calculate it as a sum, and it will keep track of maximum value here, right? So let me just print out quickly here. the max value. So we can see what max values it's getting. So as you can see, max value it is printing as 4, right? Because whenever it will keep track of the consecutive G's, right, in the max. So it is keeping track of consecutive G's. So that's why we are getting the answer as 4 basically. So let's take a look at another test case. So this is another test case where all S is there. There is no G. So it will be 1, 2, 3, and this one is 3. So here max will be 0. As you can see, 0 is the case because all the silver trophies, right? So there is no golden trophy. So that's why we are getting 0 basically, right? So if we have, let's say if we put G here, then in this case we can, let's take a look at, so we are getting 1 here, right? Because if SGS is there, let's take a look right here. So if we have SGS, so only one G is there, right? So even if we swap this G with this S, still we will get only one G, right? Even if we swap this G with this S, still we will get only one G. So that's why we are getting 1 as the answer here. So this is not required. So we have seen couple of unit test cases already here. So I explained you the logic here already, how we are in case of swapping, how we will use this left array and right array, right, to calculate what is the length after the swapping, right, and we will take the maximum length from the swapping, right. So this is the way we can solve Codeforces problem, VOVA and trophies. uh, so if you are new to my channel, there is a dedicated playlist called as Codeforces on my channel, where you will find a lot of solved Codeforces problems explained with whiteboarding sessions and Java example codes. Also, there is a big playlist on my channel called as Lead Code and Lean Code Solutions, which has a lot of solved coding problems which are taken from previously asked coding interview questions by Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Yahoo, and many other big tech companies. And those are different varieties such as BFS, DFS, matrix problems, graph problems, binary search tree coding interview questions, as well as linked list and string related different coding questions, optimization problems, as well as dynamic programming problems as well, and logical problems. So this channel can definitely help you in your Java J2 interview preparation and for your coding interview preparation. If you find this video helpful, if you like it the way it's created and it helped you understanding this problem, please give it a like. Also subscribe to the channel. Your subscription to the channel is really important for the channel, because that is the way the videos can reach to more people who need help in solving different varieties of coding problems. They can also watch these solved coding problems videos and understand how to approach different varieties of problems using Java, and what data structures and what Java APIs and classes to be applied to solve different coding problems. So if you like this video, please give it a like, share this video with your friends and colleagues. If you have questions regarding this video, then please put your questions below the description section. I'm going to give you the link of my GitHub account, where you will find the Java solutions. You will find a lot of problem solutions on my GitHub account. You can check it out there. Also, thanks for watching this video.